I'm sure we all know someone who has a bum ass nickname, i.e., me. My mom, ever since I was a child, has religiously called me Icy Beanie, Sugar Weenie, Philodini. Don't even ask what it means. We have no idea. She made it up and it sticked. Now, just like me, our book girlfriends have developed or have inherited some bum ass, slightly sweet nicknames from their book partners, book boyfriends, book counterparts, and I just thought I'd share a few that I think is really cute. Now, I'm not sure if you can. Oh no, there was something on my lip. Oh, now I'm not sure if you can see my bookshelf, but in the event that you can see my bookshelf, I'm not about to remove any books from my shelf right now. So I'll be sure to insert pictures so you know exactly what books I'm talking about. Now we're gonna start with everyone's favorite. Percy Jackson. I almost said Perseus Jackson. Is that his name? I know he's Percy Jackson. So we have Annabeth, his girl, i.e. I love her. He calls her wise girl. Now, Annabeth is in fact wise, so we're gonna say wise girl is fine, but she calls him seaweed brain. You have to be a part of the Percy Jackson fan base to know. If you know, you know. Now we're moving along. Um, I'm gonna say one of my favorite would have to be Zayden and Colin Violet Violence because it's just so close to her name. So if I have to pick like my favorite, I'm gonna have to say that or Dead Colin Signafaro, Little Bird. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a bird called Faro. At first, when I read it, that's what I thought too. I don't know if there's a bird called Faro, but Faro just sounds like the name of a bird. So I'm gonna say I love Violence and Little Bird by Dat when he calls Signa that. I love that. Then we haven't read this, but I do know that Jax from Once Upon a Broken Heart calls Evangeline? I think it's Evangeline. I'm really bad with names. He calls her Little Fox. I have no idea why he calls her. I just thought I mentioned that because I now know that he calls her Little Fox. Bit of a spoiler for me. Not really a spoiler. I haven't read the book. I do have it on my shelf, but I haven't gotten around to reading it. Yikes. Then we're gonna glance on the bookshelf so I can remember some names. I know I'm a little bit unprepared for this. It's just my brain has just been a little bit foggy since my car crash that I don't like to talk about. And so, then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We have Ravi. I don't know, ever since I read it's one of the few books that I tabbed. Ever since I read that book, ever since I read it and then the minute he was introduced, I was like, I like him for Pippa. He calls her Sarge. Ooh, I love that. If you know, you know. Yeah, some of these they make no sense unless you have read the book. But if you know, you know. Then we have Caraval. Oh my God, I went to a lot of carnivals when I was a kid, and so when I read that for the carnival, and then we have Julian. He calls her Crimson. Her name is Scarlet. Her name is Scarlet, and he calls her Crimson. I love that. I love that. I love that for them. I love that for them. Oh, 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 I'm gonna have to make a shorts about this one. Then one of my first and only Lynn Painter book I ever read is Better Than the Movies. I read that in one day. Oh my God. I hate rom-coms, but I love that book. And when I tell you, if you've been here long enough, you know I hate romance. And when I tell you I love a book, It's a romance book. Why I love that. And I don't really like YA. So when I love a YA romance, two genres I don't really like. I like YA, but it has to be in fantasy. I tend to not like it in. I don't like YA books outside of fantasy, and I don't really like romance. So, but Wes calls her Box Bomb. He calls her by her last name. As someone who, as always, most people who are not related to me as always call me by my last name. I don't know. So I just think it's kind of a nickname in a way. I don't know. I like when a guy calls a girl by her last name. And it's a way, I don't know if it's the way how I read him saying it that made it a little bit more fun, but I love that. I love that. So those are all the nicknames that the boyfriends give their girlfriends. Now, if you have any that I miss or haven't mentioned, don't forget to leave it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!